Mel from adventuresofmel.com here. Today's just one of those days where I'm like, whoo, where am I going? So, I'm coming to you from my bathroom today because that's the only place that I could get away and have a little bit of quiet to be able to talk to you. And we're going to talk today about organizing your family and your work. As you can tell, I'm very organized coming to you from my bathroom. So, I'm just going to share with you some tools I use to get through the day as a mom, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, and share with you how I use those tools. So the main things that I use are a paper planner, and I actually use, I'm just going to throw some stuff up here on my counter. I actually use the Happy Planner. It's the regular size one, it's not the large one. And then I also use a mini calendar. I order a new one every year. And I always try to pick out a really pretty one because it just helps to have something pretty. And then I also use Google Calendar because I like that because I can share that with my family. And we can share calendars together, so we can put appointments or activities, things that are going on, and we all know what's going on and can communicate through that in that way. And then I have a weekly meal planner, which I make copies of out of an insert I got from my Happy Planner. So, and I'll share more about that in a few minutes. So those are the main things I use, and the first thing I'm going to talk about is the paper planner. So, I don't know where I'd be without my planner. It gets me through my days, it gets me through my to-do list, it gets me through anything that needs done, basically, by me. Or even that needs done as a family. Oh, I'm sorry about that. My light bulbs are goofy and they blink sometimes. Oh gosh, it's like seizure waiting to happen. So this is the cover. I like it because it's kind of a plastic, so it can easily be wiped off if it gets dirty. Very important with kids, especially boys. You open it up and it has a yearly calendar for each year. So there's 2016, there's 2017, which is backwards on the screen, but that's okay. And then I use these little clips that I got to help me tab open to certain pages. And I'm able to list birthdays because I have started in the last year trying to keep up with my extended family's birthdays, because before I was not a very good sister, aunt, daughter. I just wasn't very good at keeping up with birthdays. But in the last year, with keeping things organized, and I'll share a little bit about that in a minute too, I've been able to keep up with my extended family's birthdays. And then there's also a place to write goals and things you're currently doing, just different activities, like things you're currently reading. And then I like it because there's little quotes all the way through. And I'm not really normally a glass half full person. I'm kind of a glass half empty, to be honest. So I'm really working on trying to be more positive, and the things I'm doing with this planner they help. They help. They help me to see it every day, to put encouragement into my planner for every week and every day. It really helps to fill up that positivity bucket. So, and then if you go through, there's calendar just like any other planner, but this is the meat of the planner. And this is how I use it. Every Sunday night, I will sit down and I'll kind of plan out my week. So I use Amira Martin from Four Hats and Frugal. She has a long list, short list system. And she actually has a live video on her Facebook explaining the whole thing. So I recommend that you go watch that because it's very helpful. So I'll sit down and I have these little half pages that can tab in here, because with this planner, what I forgot to mention is you can actually add your own pages in and take your pages out, which is really nice. So I have these little half note pages that I can put in with a to-do list, or I can tab over and I have a big to-do list that I can fill up for the day, the week, or the month. But that's what's really nice about these. And the more pages you add, you might want to get the bigger rings, because they do have bigger rings and you can add way more pages and inserts. So what I do at the beginning of the week on Sunday night is I sit down, I look at our Google Calendar, I look at I look at my editorial calendar for my blog because that's important. And it has all my freelance due deadlines, it has my video deadlines, it has my blog post deadlines, all of that. And so I look at all of that, and then I go through my calendar, and I actually put little stickers in with positive notes, things I think I might need to hear that day based on what's going on that day. Like toward the end of the week, I might need to hear get to work, because by then I might be feeling like, oh, I can't do this one more day, I need a rest. But that tells me I need to get to work, or, you know, enjoy the moment on the weekend, be present with my family, be present with my kids. What else was there? Success doesn't just come and find you. You have to go out and get it on Monday morning. Because Monday morning we all need a little pep talk, right? Hi, Teresa. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm in my bathroom because there was nowhere else to go at this time of day. I have a crazy family right now. Getting organized is my 2017 priority. Me too. Me too. So this is a good start for me, is this planner. But on Sunday nights, I will go through, write down any events or appointments that we have. I'll communicate with both Google Calendar and my editorial calendar. And then I'll start writing like a to-do list. I might write a big long list like Amira explains, and then I take bits and pieces from that and put on each day as I go through the week. And I just kind of take it one day at a time. What I think I can bite off that day, I'll put in as things to do. So that's kind of how I use my planner. And then in the back of the planner, there's a house cleaning section, but I have not used that yet because I kind of know in my head what my chores are every day, and I just write them in each day. But I really probably should use that because it'd probably be way more efficient to use that. So that is how I use my planner. And it comes with, well, it doesn't come, you have to buy them extra, but I was going to explain. I bought my planner at Hobby Lobby with a 40% off coupon, which goes a long way to getting a nice planner. And they have a bunch of stickers and inserts you can get too. And if you keep going back, I know one time I went and there was another lady shopping, and she's like, I just keep coming back every time with a coupon. I'll come back tomorrow and get something else with my coupon. So it helps save money. You can even get scrapbooking stickers to save some money for your planner, or you can get on Etsy and print your own stickers. There's lots of affordable options on Etsy, or you can make your own. Teresa says, my problem is getting overwhelmed and wanting to go hide. I have definitely been there. I understand. Having a planner and kind of keeping these things on track, or keeping these things in order, kind of helped me to stay on track, but there are some days where I get really overwhelmed, like today when I'm in my bathroom doing my Facebook Live. Okay, so the other thing I use is, I talked about my mini calendar. I put that next to my desk so I can see at a glance what date we're on and what's going on in a couple weeks. I usually don't write in it because I put everything in Google Calendar or in my planner. And then Google Calendar is mainly used for appointments and meetings, activities for the kids. I'll color code, like if we have to go out of the house that day, I'll color code it green, or if we have to, you know, whatever. You can color code it, you can share it with your family members. It just makes it really nice for communicating with each other. And then as for meal planning is another thing that keeps me on track, because if I don't meal plan, we will either eat out more than we should, or we will, we'll stand in front of the fridge and wonder what the heck we should make for dinner that night. So, and I've started meal planning. We have the same thing pretty much for breakfast every day, but I've started planning out our lunches too, because lunch is one of those meals that we can just let slip by if we aren't watching it, or it can get kind of boring and have the same thing every day. So we're trying to eat really healthy. My husband is watching his blood sugar, so we are planning our meals and trying to plan healthy meals. So this comes from an insert, a meal planning insert from the Happy Planner, and I just make copies of it. And because I post it on my fridge, I don't put it in my planner. That way we can see it every day. So I will plan out breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I usually plan out 2 weeks at a time because I go shopping on payroll days. And then I'll post it on the fridge, and we can see what we're having the next 2 weeks. And nobody has to ask, what are we having for dinner? Even though they still do sometimes. And so I'll plan 2 to 3 weeks at a time, depending on payroll dates. And then when I plan, I use different resources. Like I'll use old menus to help me. That way I don't have to come up with a whole new menu. I'll use Pinterest. I'll use magazines like Taste of Home. That's one of my favorite ones to use. And then I'll also check my pantry and my fridge and my freezer sometimes to see what we have. Even the cabinets to see what we already have that I could use to make a meal. And I will really take note of which nights are going to be busier so I can plan really easy, quick, easy meals that are still healthy but quick, easy meals. And so that's pretty much how I menu plan. And then I post it on the fridge. Teresa says, I wish I was as organized as you. It is my biggest weakness. This is probably the most organized that I am in my life right now. If it wasn't for this, I would be flying by the seat of my pants. Because I have a hard time with organization too. I have a hard time with keeping my house in order and keeping track of everything that's going on. But this has helped a lot. Just sitting down on Sunday nights and getting things in order for the week, it kind of paints a palette for the week. So I know what's going on. I know, somewhat what to expect. You never know fully what to expect with kids, but so that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions or anything that I can answer? I'll just wait for a minute. I love all the hearts. Thank you. Yeah, I love Google Calendar too because my husband and I can communicate back and forth via, he has lots of meetings and I have meetings, and we can tell when each other is busy or when we have something going on, like maybe we have a work dinner or a work party or something going on there. Or maybe we have dentist appointments for the kids. It just makes it really nice. It's all right in one place. So, okay, well, I am going to go out of my bathroom and continue with my life today. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And I also wanted to share that over on Adventures of Mel today, and I'll share the link in the comments, actually I posted it last week, but there's a post that has 11 free or cheap DIY planner supplies and printables. So I'm going to pop that link into the comments once I get off of here. That way you can reference that if you want any planner resources. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Thank you for joining me today. Bye, Teresa. Have a good day. And I hope this helps you in some way to get more organized. Bye-bye.